I am Hannah Koningsfeld, and today I will be talking about my personal leadership development story. Leadership is not about being in charge. Leadership is about taking care of those in your charge. When I think of this quote, it reminds me of how I used to view leadership when I was younger. I used to believe that being in charge meant others had to do what you told them to do. Now, I know that is not the case. That is what a boss does. Leaders are there to nurture others and to set an example of what others should do. ID 315 Community Builders has given me an insight of what it is truly like to lead by example. As I went through high school with the idea that a leader equaled a boss, I found myself not caring about anybody or anything. If I wanted something, I went for it, never thinking about the potential outcomes of situations. I was very into music, and so I did all of the honor bands, musicals, honor orchestras, and jazz festivals that I possibly could. And if I was ever disappointed by an outcome of an event, I always shrugged it off and shoved it aside, so that the disappointment would essentially not even exist. I had this twisted idea that being in charge meant you couldn't show any emotions, whether it be good or bad. As I began the leadership experience at Wartburg, one thing that stuck out to me is the idea of servant leadership. Wartburg is brilliant at providing many opportunities to serve others. I personally have never taken a service trip, but I've had the opportunity to serve within groups I've been a part of here, including band and homecoming committee. In all honesty, I never understood the idea of serving others in high school, but all of these opportunities at Wartburg have made me realize there's a joy that comes with helping others succeed that's wholly unmatched, and made me realize that maybe servant leadership means more to me than I thought it would. ID 315 is really what brought everything together for me. Leadership on the Line was a very interesting read, and everything within it made sense when put together. While working with the middle schoolers on the different habits, I noticed them actually paying attention and giving good responses to some of the questions being asked. It warmed my heart because some of the habits helped give advice on how to do things in a slightly better way so that when the time comes, they won't be so overwhelmed with all of their life changes at once. The best part of this experience was that we got to work with them and essentially guide them in the right direction with our own habits. One strategy I plan on using in the future is the idea of adaptive versus technical challenges. Personally, I believe this will be the most beneficial because I have a tendency of approaching issues with a technical mindset. I will be working with young children in the future, and so having a more adaptive approach to things will make it easier to work with them, especially considering they all have different circumstances and backgrounds. I feel as though having a more adaptive mindset helps become a better servant leader as well. I used to think that I was the same person I was back in high school. As I have reflected on my leadership story, I realize that I am, as a matter of fact, not the same person. I'm a totally different leader now, and I'm thankful for that. I used to absolutely despise children and working with others, but today I know that I'm absolutely loving helping others achieve their goals and dreams, and the target audience I want to work with in the future are actually children. Thinking things through adaptively rather than technically this past semester has given me a new sense of purpose, and when I get to the solution after thinking adaptively, I feel happier about it than if I get to a solution technically. There are so many little things that come with this new mindset, and I love it.